In this video, I'm going to talk to you about rose hips. Come join me in the chaos. Lots of rose hips. So today is my late wife's birthday. She would have been 43. She loved roses, so I kind of wanted to make a rose video. All right, rose hips. If you're not familiar with rose hips, you might be wondering what I'm talking about. So rose hips or rose apples or rose berries. These are Rosa rugosa. So pretty popular type of roses. They have pretty big rose hips. And when it comes to these, depending on what you're using them for, there's different times you'll harvest them. So if you want them for their culinary value, usually you'll want them early winter, late fall. A lot of people say they taste better after a first frost. But if you want to actually use the seeds for growing, you're going to want to leave them on there until after winter. And the main reason is something called stratification. If you want these things to grow, you're going to want them to go through the cold of winter. And then the next spring, you can open these things up and take the little seeds out. And as you can see, there's a bunch of little seeds in here. And you can take them out and separate them from all those little hairy structures in there. And you can just plant them just like this. But there's a lot of health benefits of rose hips. They have a lot of vitamin C, a lot of antioxidants. Some people really like the flavor too. Like I had a jam once that was like a rose hip jam. They're pretty good. But to harvest these, like I said, you want them for their seeds. You'll just open them up. And then after winter, you can just take these and put them right into the ground. If you want them for food, you'll want to pick them before they look like this. I mean, these are starting to decompose a little bit, which helps to inactivate the sprout inhibitor on the seeds and also to stratify them so that they'll sprout. But this will have beautiful flowers. This is what it looks like when it's coming out of dormancy. And you can also propagate this through cuttings. You can take some of these stems, cut them, and graft them into a good rootstock, or you can alternatively just put them into the ground while they're dormant. And then they'll slowly come out of dormancy producing roots. And in just a couple minutes, you can harvest more than 100 of these little rose seeds. And if you're familiar with my channel, I like chaos gardening. And so you can probably guess what I'm gonna do with these seeds. I'm gonna be scattering these seeds along the perimeter of my yard and in other areas. And wherever they feel like they have the right microclimate and the right genetics for growing, they're just gonna pop up and thrive. And the ones that don't have the right genetics for my particular setup, we'll never hear from again. So it's a good way to select for the best varieties of roses that you want in your areas by harvesting a whole bunch of these seeds and then just chaotically planting them, and then you should get roses. You want a bunch of rose bushes, plant 10 times more seeds than you need, let them grow, pick the most aggressively growing varieties, and then either transplant or get rid of the ones that you don't want. Pretty easy strategy. Yeah, I hope this helps you. Thanks for joining me in the chaos.